Hi friends, Amy Esther here with another video, and today I am super excited to share with you 10 tips that I have for you to help you to become the best mom ever while living with chronic fatigue. I have chronic fatigue, I have POTS, Hashimoto's disease, and a lot of other chronic illnesses. You can learn about them in the description below or head over to my channel. But I have a lot of chronic illnesses that cause chronic fatigue, and so I feel chronic fatigue every single day. I am also in my first trimester of pregnancy, and I'm dealing with some anemia, which makes me even more fatigued. So I definitely have some experience being a mom with chronic fatigue, and today I want to share my tips with you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I make videos about my life with chronic illness multiple times a week, and you do not want to miss any of those. If you have chronic fatigue, if you have a chronic illness, please subscribe to my channel. We are building this little community over here to bring light and love to all of those who suffer from chronic illness, and I believe that we can be amazing, beautiful, wonderful people even when we're living with chronic illness. So today I want to share with you my tips for being a really, really amazing, wonderful, beautiful mom while living with chronic fatigue. Okay, tip number one, which is probably the most important, is to take care of you. You are taking care of a human life. Maybe you're taking care of 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 human lives. However many you have to take care of, you have a lot of people to take care of. Maybe you have a husband to take care of or a spouse. Maybe you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or someone else to take care of. And then you just leave yourself for the end. And you are the most important. And here's the truth. If you take care of you, you will be a better mom, you'll be a better wife, you'll be a better partner. And I guarantee this, I know this for a fact. Whenever I take care of me, I am such a better mom. When I get my me time, when I get my alone time, when I take care of my health, when I read my scriptures, when I write in my journal, when I get a massage, I am such a better mom after that. And I just think it's really important. And this is for everyone, whether you have chronic fatigue or not. But especially if you suffer from chronic fatigue, you need some me time. So there's 3 parts that you need to take care of, which is your body, mind, and spirit. Now, whatever that means to you. So you need to take care of your body, your physical health. You need to exercise. You need to take care of you when you're having a flare-up and you need to rest. You need to take care of your body with cleaning it, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, having good hygiene. Take care of your body by putting good fuel into your body. Eat well, make yourself some good healthy meals. Take care of your body. You also need to take care of your mind, your mental health. So if you have a life coach or a counselor to speak to, that can be really, really helpful. I just think it's so important to take care of your mental health, and people skip over that, especially when you have chronic illness. They only look at your physical health. What are your physical symptoms? What pain are you feeling? Well, what about the mental pain we feel? I have never been more depressed in my life than I did when my physical health was at its worst. So we need to take care of our mental health, whatever that means to you. And then number 3, your spiritual health. For me, I'm very spiritual, as in I am religious and I believe in Christ, and I believe in reading in the Bible and the Book of Mormon and writing my scriptures and praying. And that's something that I believe in. If you believe in anything else, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Christ, doesn't matter. You still have a spiritual health that you can take care of. You can meditate. Again, you can write in your journal. You can just be out in nature. Take care of your spiritual health. That was long for our first one, but it was just so important, and I wanted you to get all the information you need for our first big tip. Okay, number 2 is to let go of perfection. Now, here's the thing. As a mother, you just think you need to be a perfect mother. But let's think back to all of our mothers. Now, I love my mother so much. I love my parents and everything that they taught me. But there are things that they did that I'm like, I think I would do that differently with my kids. And then there's things that they did when I think, I'm gonna do that exactly like they did, right? We take things from what we learn. Maybe there's something a teacher did for you that you want to be like, Or maybe you had a terrible teacher, a terrible mother that did things that you want to be complete opposite. But what's important is that you learn something from them. Whether you learned the wrong way to do it or the right way to do it, you learned something from them, and it's going to change the way you are. Which means that you, whether you make the biggest mistakes with your children or you're perfect in every way, your children will learn something for you, and you are the perfect mom for your child. I promise you, they were put on this earth to be with you. And I have even, I've taken foster care classes. We actually have, anyways, long story short, we've been in the process of becoming foster parents. And I have learned so much about these biological parents that I used to just think that they were just terrible people. But they're not. They just made mistakes. But they are the perfect parent for that child. They are the ones who have taught them so much. Maybe they taught them the complete opposite things to do in life, but they taught them something. And the point of all this is just to say that you don't need to be the perfect parent to be the perfect person for that child. You don't need to do everything right. You're gonna do a lot of it wrong, whether you have a chronic illness, whether you don't, or you're perfectly healthy. Sometimes you're going to do it wrong. And so just let go of that perfection. Just be you, be the mom that you want to be, and you're not going to be perfect, so let go of it. Okay, number 3 is to love yourself. We can show this unconditional love for others, especially our children. It's easy. Even when they make mistakes, even when they make us so mad, we can think about them and how much we love them. But what about ourselves? When we make mistakes, when we do something wrong, we just put ourselves down so much. So this kind of goes along with the last one, but you just need to love yourself. I know these first 3 are all kind of similar, of taking care of you, thinking about you, but really it does make you a better mom. Love yourself, love your flaws, love your weaknesses, your physical weaknesses, your mental weaknesses, all of it. Love yourself. And that is going to make you such a better mom. If you show love for yourself, your child is going to show love for themselves, and they're going to see that you love them so much more when you love you and you love everyone else. Just spread the love, my friends. Spread the love. Number 4, stop comparing to other mothers. This is so important. I have unfollowed so many people on social media who made me feel less than. And it's not their fault. They were not trying to, but on social media especially, people share the perfect, beautiful side of their life. They don't share the hard, and they don't share things that are going wrong. They don't share their bad moments as a mom. They'll show themselves taking their kids on a vacation or to this cool museum every other week, and they're doing all this cool stuff. But you do not need to compare yourself to those people because it's not real. The things that you see online is not real. And what people tell you in person, they want you to respect them. They want you to see how beautiful and wonderful their life is. They want you to see the best parts of their lives. They don't want to show you their flaws. So they are not going to show you the things that are hard for them, that they're struggling with, unless they're really close to you. And you need to stop comparing yourself to those people because it's not real. Don't compare yourself to anyone but you, and love you through every moment. Okay, we have talked a lot about things to do for you as the caretaker, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, doing things for you. Now let's talk about some tangible tips that I have done that worked for me and hopefully will work for you as well. So number 5 is to do simple activities with your kids. Now, I only have a 15-month-old right now, so I don't have experience besides babysitting, which I have done a lot of babysitting and nannying in the past few years as I've just been trying to keep some finances coming for my family as I've been really sick. So I have definitely done activities with older kids, but I don't personally have any myself. So just take this with whatever you want, if you want to, trust me or not. But do simple activities. They don't have to be big and huge, and you don't need to go out on vacation. You don't need to go out to the museum or the water park or do anything big like that. Make your activities small and simple, but make them quality time. Focus on spending time together instead of focusing on doing something cool and amazing and crazy. So you can make a craft together. You could just sit. For me, I just sit while my daughter plays blocks. Sometimes I'll just lay down next to her and she'll play around me. Kind of, my husband always calls it like the mama and cub the lion and her cubs, because I just look like a lion laying there as her cubs like crawl around her and play and everything. But it really does work, and I feel like my daughter benefits from the quality time we spend together. We don't have to be out doing something crazy and cool and that takes all of my energy for the day. And do we do those things sometimes? Yeah, every once in a while, but I cannot do that every day. And so I take the small, simple activities and I make them mean something by spending quality time with my daughter and with my future children. I will do the same. It's about quality time. It's not about what the activity you're doing. Okay, tip number 6 is to form a tribe. Make friends. So this is for you and for your kids. So if you have older kids, if you can help them make friends, they can go and do crazy stuff with their friends. They can go with their friends' parents and go do crazy, exciting water parks and playing at the park and running around and doing things that you don't have the energy for. So if they have friends, their parents and their friends are going to do the work of all the exercise and the things that you don't have the energy for. And if you make friends with people who understand you, moms like me, who have been there, who are feeling that fatigue and that pain that you're feeling, or at least something similar, and we know how you feel, and so we can talk about it. So there's tons of online Facebook groups. There is my channel, my Instagram. You can direct message me, because I just feel like it's really alone when you have a chronic illness and no one understands you, especially as a mom. Like, I just feel super alone. Like, my friends will invite me to go swimming or do something outside and I get really sick in the heat and I'm like, I can't do that, and they don't understand why I wouldn't be coming swimming with them. So anyways, it's just hard when other people don't understand. So find a community, find a tribe. If you don't have anyone, head over to my Instagram, follow me. I try to respond to every message. I'm doing my best. Or leave me a comment below. I would love to talk to you if you don't have anyone else to talk to, but find someone who understands you and feels your pain. Number 7, be prepared for lazy days. Now, let's say lazy days in quotes, because we know sometimes we literally are lazy and we just don't want to do stuff because we're human beings. But when you have chronic fatigue, it's usually more that you're having a fatigue day, you're having a flare-up day. So prepare for your flare-up days. I like to call them lazy days, and if that doesn't work for your brain, if your brain is like, it rejects it thinks negative of yourself, don't call it a lazy day. You can definitely call it a flare-up day, something that's more loving towards yourself. But I like to call it a lazy day just because, I don't know, I lay around a lot. And so I'll have a flare-up and I'll have what's called a lazy day, but I prepare for them. So my go-to when I'm having a lazy day, at least what I used to do, is just want to turn on the TV because it's so much easier. It's easy to turn on the TV and the kids enjoy it and they don't get in your face and they relax and they let you relax. But instead of doing that, have something prepared for those lazy days, for those flare-up days. So have an activity, maybe you have a craft that you just keep locked up in a box until you have a lazy day, and then you pull it out and it's something super fun that you don't really have to help them with. They can just do it on their own. So like my daughter is at the age where she loves to color with crayons and she loves stickers. So those are kind of my lazy day crafts that I bring out. When I'm having a bad flare-up, I'll just pull out the crayons. I know she'll sit and color forever. I know she'll sit and do stickers forever. And this isn't something I can tell you exactly what activity to do because you have to know your kids. You want an activity that will keep their attention for a long time. You want an activity that you don't have to do a lot. You could lay down next to them and do it. So you just want something that you really don't have to put a lot of effort into. You don't have to even get up and move. You just have to maybe bring out a box and you're done and you can lay down the rest of the time. So you need to figure out what that is, but find a go-to lazy day activity that you can do with your kids or your child that will help you to be able to get through that time. Another thing that I do with my daughter, especially on bad days, but honestly I do it almost every day, is that I lock her in the room. Now, I don't lock her in her own room. I'm with her in the room. But like our living room, we have a place where if I put our ottoman in between the doorway, the hallway thing, she can't get out. And she's getting almost old enough to be able to crawl over it, but not quite. So it'll still work for a little bit. But I basically lock her in the room so that because she's at the age where she just wants to run into the other room. She just loves to like hide and run around. That's where she's at right now. So I lock her in there, or we'll just come in her room and shut the door, and we just stay in one room, and that helps a lot with toddlers. So that's kind of a toddler specific, but just like keep them in one room so that they're not running everywhere. So at least they're staying with you, and you can kind of lay down while they do whatever it is they do. All right, tip number 8 is to vary your activities in your day. So I like to use what's called the block system. I will link my video down below where I explain the whole thing about the block system. But basically you block out your day into chunks. So you have like your morning block. For me, it's like my relaxing block where I read and write my journal and stuff. And then I have like a cleaning block. And what you do is basically watch the video for more information. But you have a couple hours that are just blocked out for each activity of the day. So if you block out your day and you know that maybe noon is when you feel your best, block out from noon to 2 or noon to 1 or noon to 3 or however long you can make it as your like big activity time. So maybe that's the time you go to the park, or you go out to the library, or maybe even go grocery shopping, or something that requires more energy, and you just block that out, and you know you only have to make it through however many hours you decide in advance. So for me, it's like 2 to 3 hours. So I only have to make it those 2 hours, and then I'm done with my big activity for the day. I can rest after that, and it's much easier. But if you vary your day, you're not doing too much all in one day. You are making sure you plan time for relaxing. So even if you're having a hard time with whatever activity is, you know that in X amount of hours, you get a rest block, or you get a work block to be by yourself, or you get a nap block for your kids. Whatever it is, you just block out your day, and you don't do too much all in one day. It's just varied throughout the day. So you do a big activity and then a small activity and a rest. And however your body needs, maybe you only get one activity a day. That's kind of how I am. I can do like one big activity. And so I plan out, if I have something with family later that day, then I can't do a big activity with my daughter. We are more relaxed during the day. But if I don't have anything going on that night, I know when my husband's home, I'll have more relaxing time. My daughter and I will do a big activity. So hope that makes sense. Watch that video if you kind of want more information about how I use the block system during my day. Number nine is to use nap time or quiet time wisely, and to give them nap time or quiet time. So my daughter still naps. She's napping right now. She takes one nap a day, but once she's done napping, I have already planned on doing quiet time, is what I call it. And I haven't decided exactly the amount of time, maybe a couple hours, where she does quiet time in her room. She can nap if she wants to, she can read, she can do anything that is quiet while mom gets her time to herself. So having that structured time is really helpful. If they're younger and they have nap time, that's great. If not, some kind of quiet time during the day where it's just structured out. They know every day at this time is quiet time where mom has time to herself, because I think that's really important, as we've talked a ton about today. But use that time wisely. Now, for me, I love creating content on YouTube, so I use my nap time to create content, and it doesn't take a lot of energy because I'm just sitting here, right? Just sitting here talking to a camera, to a wall. So it doesn't take a ton of my energy, and then I'll just be on my computer. So that's something that I can totally do during nap time. There are some days, especially since I've been pregnant and my fatigue has gotten so much worse, where I have just kind of laid down and relaxed. But use it wisely. Do you need that time to relax? Do you need that time to take a shower? Do you need that time for you? Mental health, physical health, what do you need that time for? Use it wisely, and make sure you put it in your schedule, and make sure your children know that that is important. And tip number 10, show up with love. We talked about showing up with love for yourself, which is so important, but show up with love for your children. Whatever you end up doing, whatever you have the energy to do, if you end up watching TV all day long, do it with love. Snuggle them, give them hugs, tell them you love them. Just be there and show up with love. Be a loving mother. That is all they really need. They need love. They need to know that you care about them, that they're the most important thing to you, that you would do anything for them. Even if you don't have the energy to do it, you know you would do it. They need to know that you would do it. Just let them know that you love them. Show up with love. Be love for you, for everyone, for your children, for your husband, for your spouse, for everyone in this world just be love. And I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips for me on how to be a better mom with chronic fatigue, make sure you leave those below. And go check out the comments if you want to read what other people have written. I would love to hear from you. You guys have so much good advice to give me and to everyone else here. So let's hear your tips down below. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I would love to see you around here more. And give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.